Ever wonder why some people seem to get so much done in a day, while others struggle to check off even a few tasks? The answer lies in the power of productivity. It's that secret weapon that successful individuals use to maximize their time and achieve their goals. It is the driving force that propels them forward, turning their dreams into reality. Productivity isn't just about doing more. It's about making the most of your time, focusing your energy, and getting things done efficiently. It's about working smarter, not harder. It can truly make a difference in both your personal and professional life. Let's take the example of a successful entrepreneur. Imagine Sarah, who started her own business from the ground up. Sarah attributes her success not to luck, but to her productivity habits. She starts her day early, prioritizing her tasks and focusing on the most important ones first. She takes regular breaks to avoid burnout and uses tools and technology to automate tasks where possible. She sets realistic goals, maintains a positive mindset, and continually seeks ways to improve her productivity. These habits didn't just happen overnight. Sarah experimented with different strategies, learned from her failures, and gradually developed a routine that worked for her. Her story is not unique. Many successful people, from entrepreneurs to athletes, credit their accomplishments to their productivity habits. Productivity is not about being busy all the time. It's about being effective. It's about choosing your tasks wisely, managing your time well, and maintaining a balance in your life. It's about knowing when to work hard and when to take a step back to recharge. Remember, productivity is a skill that can be learned and honed. It's not inherent, it doesn't rely on talent or luck. It's a process, a journey of self-improvement. Just as Rome wasn't built in a day, productivity doesn't appear overnight. It's a habit that takes time and practice to develop. But what fuels productivity? It's motivation. Motivation, that compelling force that drives us to act, to create, and to achieve. It's an internal fire that burns within us, pushing us to surpass our limits and conquer our goals. But what exactly is motivation? And how does it fuel our productivity? Imagine a car. The car has all the necessary components to function: the engine, the wheels, the fuel. But without a driver to steer it, the car goes nowhere. Motivation is like the driver of our productivity vehicle. It steers our actions, directs our efforts, and keeps us moving forward even when the road gets tough. Take the story of Thomas Edison, for example. Edison, one of the greatest inventors of all time, was not always successful. In fact, he failed thousands of times before he finally invented the light bulb. But what kept him going? It was his motivation, his burning desire to create something that would change the world. Edison once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." He didn't see his attempts as failures, but as stepping stones towards his goal. This mindset, this unshakable motivation, is what led him to his eventual success. Now apply this concept to your own life. Whether you're an entrepreneur striving to build a successful business, a student aiming for top grades, or an artist seeking to create a masterpiece, your motivation is what fuels your journey. It's what pushes you to work late into the night, to sacrifice your weekends, to persevere despite the challenges that come your way. Motivation is not just about having an end goal. It's about the journey, the process, the struggle, and the triumph. It's about the small victories along the way, the lessons learned, and the growth experienced. It's about believing in yourself even when others don't. So, fuel your productivity with motivation. Let it drive you, guide you, and inspire you. Remember, motivation is not a destination, it's a journey. And this journey, filled with ups and downs, struggles and successes, is what makes life truly worth living. Motivation acts as the engine, driving us towards our goals and helping us stay productive. So, how can you boost your productivity? Let's dive right into it. The first step is setting clear, achievable goals. Imagine you're on a road trip. You wouldn't just hop in the car and start driving without a destination in mind, right? The same logic applies to your tasks. Having a clear understanding of what you want to achieve gives you a roadmap to success. Picture a college student who aims to write a 15-page paper. The end goal is clear: 15 pages. This clarity fuels motivation and keeps the student on track. Next up, break down your tasks into manageable parts. Let's use the college student as an example again. Writing 15 pages can seem daunting, but what if they break it down? 3 pages a day for 5 days suddenly sounds more doable, doesn't it? This method, known as chunking, reduces the feeling of overwhelm and makes large tasks more approachable. It's like eating an elephant. You can't do it all at once, but if you take it bite by bite, eventually you'll get it done. Now, on to our third tip: eliminate distractions. In the age of constant connectivity, it's easy to get sidetracked by a buzzing phone or a pop-up notification. But each distraction pulls you away from your task and disrupts your flow. Consider creating a distraction-free zone when you work. This could be as simple as turning off your phone notifications or choosing a quiet place to work. Remember our college student? If they choose a quiet library over a bustling coffee shop, they're more likely to stay focused and complete their paper. Implementing these strategies can help you make the most of your time and skyrocket your productivity. So, set your goals, break down your tasks, and eliminate distractions. Your productivity is in your hands. Make it count. Motivation can be elusive. How can you stay motivated even when the going gets tough? Let's dive into some strategies that can help you maintain that spark of motivation, even when the odds seem stacked against you. First, focus on the why. Why are you doing what you do? What's the purpose behind your actions? Let's take the example of an entrepreneur. Maybe she started her business to solve a problem she personally faced, or perhaps she wanted to create better opportunities for her community. Her why is the driving force that keeps her going, even when the times are challenging. Second, celebrate small victories. Too often, we're so focused on the end goal that we overlook the small successes along the way. Consider a writer working on his first novel. Each chapter finished, each plot twist perfected, is a victory in itself. Celebrating these small wins can provide a consistent source of motivation. Third, cultivate a positive mindset. Positivity isn't about ignoring the negative, but rather about approaching unpleasantness in a more constructive and optimistic way. Imagine a startup owner facing a product failure. Instead of dwelling on the setback, he sees it as an opportunity to learn and improve, turning a negative situation into a positive one. Now let's talk about resilience. It's the ability to bounce back from failures and setbacks, to keep going despite the obstacles. Picture an athlete training for the Olympics. She might face injuries, performance slumps, or even personal issues, yet she perseveres, driven by her resilience. Lastly, surround yourself with supportive and like-minded people. The company you keep can have a profound impact on your motivation levels. A group of passionate and driven people can provide the encouragement and optimism you need to stay motivated. So, let's recap. To stay motivated, focus on your why, celebrate small victories, cultivate a positive mindset, be resilient, and surround yourself with supportive people. Remember, motivation isn't a one-time thing. It's a constant process. Keep these strategies in mind to stay motivated and fuel your productivity. Scene script. Knowing all these tips and strategies is one thing. Implementing them is another. Let's be honest, we've all been there. We've watched the videos, read the books, attended the seminars, and filled our brains with countless strategies to boost our productivity and motivation. But then, we find ourselves back in our usual routine, stuck in the same patterns. Why? Because knowing is not enough. It's about taking action. Taking action is the bridge between knowing and doing. It's the critical step that turns our intentions into reality. It's the difference between dreaming about success and actually achieving it. So how does one take action? Well, it starts with a decision. The decision to step out of your comfort zone, to push past the inertia of the status quo, and to commit to making a change. It might be a small step, like organizing your workspace or setting a daily goal. Or it could be a significant leap, like starting a new business or launching a new project. Next, you need to follow through. This is where the rubber meets the road. It's easy to make a decision. It's harder to stick to it. But remember, every step you take, no matter how small, is progress. Every task you complete, no matter how mundane, brings you closer to your goal. But what if you stumble? What if you fall short? Well, that's part of the journey too. Don't let failure deter you. Instead, view it as a learning opportunity. Reflect on what went wrong, adjust your strategy, and try again. Persistence is key. Finally, celebrate your victories. When you achieve a goal, take a moment to acknowledge your accomplishment. Reward yourself. This not only boosts your morale, but also motivates you to continue on your path. So start today, take action, boost your productivity, and stay motivated. Remember, you have the power to get it done.